It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
I'm Admin J.
And I'm Admin B.
Hooray.
Alright, so this is the big, excellent Gridlock update, because we haven't given you one. I think the last update video we did was 2020. And that was it.
In the Dark Ages?
In the Dark Ages, yeah. So we're doing this update video because we promised it about 7 months ago. And that's what we're great at, not delivering things on time.
Correct.
But we thought it was time to at least give an update video because there's been a lot of stuff that we just haven't been able to show. The biggest question on everyone's minds, I'm sure, is where have we been the last year? Where have we been?
Well, I don't know about you, but I've been in a coffin like a vampire. So...
And how's that been working out for you?
Not great, honestly.
Good for the complexion?
Not good for my back, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
But to actually be real and answer the question, we've been doing animation work.
Yes, we've been doing some commissioned animation work, and that's taken up like the last year. And it's something we're still working on, and it's a great opportunity. We're happy to be involved, but obviously when you're doing something like that, that kind of eats up the time that we can use to animate our own stuff. Along with that, even though you haven't seen a lot of stuff uploaded, that doesn't mean we haven't been working on other things. There is a lot of Tucker stuff to update.
It's pretty much been taking up literally all of our time.
We'll get into Tucker in a moment, but first we want to talk about Czar, which is our other thing that we do.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while. He's not dead yet. There's just been a lot of shocking updates. So, would you like to get started?
Shocking.
I don't know.
I guess they're shocking. Well, the show's on hiatus.
Surprise!
Basically, we just need new voice actors because we can't do it all ourselves, and it's about time for a change on that front. We have also made it to 10 episodes, and that's an okay number to take a break, take a chill pill.
I think the fun thing with Czar is, because there are 10 episodes and the show has been running for like 10 years, with every episode you've actually seen how our art has improved through the course of the whole show. I mean, compare, like I think the last episode we did was the one the professor gets launched into the sun. So
yeah.
Compare those backgrounds.
My favorite so far.
Yeah, compare those backgrounds you did to the ones where he's on like the school roof, back when our episodes were like 30 seconds long. So make no mistake, the show isn't like canceled or anything. I think that's a little dramatic. It's just simply on hiatus. Yeah, there's just some things that we want to rework and some things that we want to improve on, so that if the show does come back, it'll look even better than it has before. So, actually, speaking of things looking different, would you care to explain something? Because we've shown a picture, but we didn't really give much of an update, so go for it, King.
Well, it's kind of your fault, but
It's your fault for making good art. I don't know what to tell you.
I kind of was re-exploring that sort of early 2000s edgy teenage goth like art style. I don't really know how you describe it, but I did a one-off drawing of Czar and Pam in that style, and I made their outfits a little more detailed and like sort of leaning more into specific like alternative aesthetics. Like Pam leans more toward being kind of scene, and Czar is what I like to call lazy, which is relatable to me. It's alternative, but I just want to throw clothes on and leave the house. So I drew that, and then you decided that means we have to change the whole show.
Well, I didn't... Allow me to explain myself. I'll throw up a picture on screen now of what these characters look like with these slight redesigns. The reason I liked it so much was because the original drawing you made, you drew them in like a Tumblr scene art style, and that was cute, but that's just not how the characters are. So I challenged you to draw that in the Czar style, and you had a meltdown over it.
Because it wasn't working, but I mean, I guess I got it to work. But...
And the reason I liked it so much was because I don't know if we've ever like stated this, or the characters have said it in the show, but we know this because we make the show. Everything about the show takes place in the 2000s, like early to mid 2000s. The characters still use like flip phones and, you know, technology has not advanced much further than a PS2 and stuff like that. And
or at least their world's equivalent of our world's early 2000s.
yeah. So leaning into that like kind of grunge and alternative aesthetic with the characters was something I tried doing when I designed these characters 10 plus years ago. And you see, that was 10 plus years ago. And I was a child when I made them, and I wasn't really good at art. So having a little update on these character designs that reflects what they are actually supposed to look like, I think was important. And it was something I wasn't really going to challenge myself to do until you did that drawing.
Well, that's what's funny about their designs, too, is that Pam never read as alternative to me with her color palette, but the minute that we mentioned like a scene style, it all made sense. It all came together. We also need to build out the world a little bit, as you've really only seen Czar and Pam and the professor and of course Cornelius.
Yeah, everyone's favorite character. Well, they saw Cool Player.
That is true. See Cool Player.
That's my favorite episode, the one with the skate park. So Admin J was also working on some, well, I guess we worked on these characters together, but you did a lot of the heavy lifting, making more characters and fleshing out the world. And would you like to talk about any of the designs at all?
So there's a jock character.
Yeah, that's Chad.
There we go. And I like him because you see, he's stupid, and I like that he has that big tough guy aesthetic, but he like has a pet rabbit who he loves dearly and would kill for it.
He's a jock, but he's not like, you know, a bully shove you in a locker. He's like Patrick Star levels of dumb.
Yeah.
We also have my favorite character, Mama Contingency.
Everyone's favorite character.
Yeah, that one's a corker. So, the story of how we made that one. We posted a picture of her and then never said anything about her, but there is Liv, who is Czar's arch nemesis. So
mainly, she's his arch nemesis, but she doesn't give a shit. So
yeah,
he's not her arch nemesis.
She's completely unfazed by him.
Correct.
And these are all characters that we want to introduce and everything, and we'd love to give them episodes, but that kind of brings us to our next point here. We started Gridlock when we were small. I mean, we were just out of like high school and everything. And as time goes on, there are certain things that you could do back then that you can't anymore. And I'm not saying animation's impossible, because that's what we do, but producing episodes in a timely fashion with the place that we're in our lives right now,
aka adults with jobs.
Yeah, it's proving to be difficult. We still have so many stories that we want to tell with Czar and all these dumb characters. And we were thinking of going one step beyond. As I hope all of you know by now, because we don't shut up about it, in 2023 we published Tales of Tucker the Tugboat, and that is our own book. We published that. Buy the book. For the love of God, buy the book, please. And writing books is fantastic, and we loved it. It was stressful, but it was great. And so we've been toying with the idea of continuing Czar's adventures in a graphic novel kind of format, or maybe even a comic or something, but not like a webcomic. We'd actually want to publish this the way that we did with Tucker. So our question to you is, would you care if we did that? Would you even find that remotely interesting? And the second question is, would you buy it?
The most important question.
Yes, because I'm not sure if you know this, but publishing books costs money, and we need money to do these things. We'll go back to all of that stuff later, but let us know in the comments if that actually interests you, if you would read and purchase a Czar graphic novel. This would be kind of longer. Tucker's book was like 20-something pages. This is a graphic novel, so it'd be closer to like, it would have to be closer to like 90 or something.
Or more, yeah.
Or more, yeah. Moving on, now we have to talk about our bestie Tucker, which has taken up the entirety of our last year. Yeah, the entire last year, we've been working on a lot of Tucker stuff nonstop. As we just said, we published the book Tales of Tucker the Tugboat in 2023, and there's been a lot of interest in making a second one. When we go to Tugboat Roundup and sell this book, I mean, families and kids have asked us if we're going to make another one. They expect a new one every year, actually, which is humorous because it doesn't work like that. But this is my unofficial announcement. A second book is in the works. It has been in the works. I don't know when it'll come out. I'm hoping to release it next year. We'll just have to see. But no official announcement right now, other than just the second book has already begun being written.
We should also mention, speaking of books, there's a Tucker coloring book. Buy the coloring book.
The coloring book is dope because that is all Admin J's art. That is, he took over that one entirely. And that book is also available for purchase on Amazon with Tales of Tucker the Tugboat. More Tucker stuff. Do you want to talk about merch production?
It's happening. If that's helpful in any way.
We've only shown a couple pictures. We've never really shown anything, but every year when we go to Tugboat Roundup, we have... Our whole booth is Tucker merchandise. We have shirts, sailor hats, floating toys that can go on water. We've sold 3D prints before. We've sold plush toys before. We have a water game. We have pins. And we have to make all that stuff ourselves. And that takes up the majority of the year every year, and then we sell out of it every year, which means we have to make more every year. I'm sure you can see the pattern here. We've been making even more merchandise, which we're excited to show off. Some of it will be released this year, realistically. More of it will come out next year, because we've been spending this last year prepping for next year, because would you like to make this exciting announcement?
The year 2026, Tucker's 10th anniversary. We're gonna go big.
Yep. Yeah, well said. Yeah, somehow, some way, 2026 is going to be 10 years of Tucker. So we're gonna have a huge celebration. Honestly, expect Gridlock to kind of be all about Tucker next year. This is a great opportunity. Tucker's kind of been making a name for himself at Tugboat Roundup. And speaking of Tugboat Roundup, to kind of give you a glimpse of what 2026 will entail for this silly little boat, we have a very large surprise that you'll be seeing in, what, a month?
About that, and
Yep.
Yeah, it's large.
It's a large surprise, and we hope that you're as excited as we are, because it certainly cost a lot of money.
A large amount of money.
We are also working on the Tucker show again. There has not been a new episode of the show since 2023, and that was just the Pride episode, I think. Or was that 2024? Besides that one-off episode, the actual production of Tucker, like, that stopped in 2021. So Tucker's gone a very long time without episodes. The reason there was a break in episodes was because we were making the book. It's hard to do both at the same time.
Yeah, and that, I also had my lobotomy, so...
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. How could I forget? You would forget because of the lobotomy. But,
correct.
Yeah. So, we are making another run of episodes, and I don't want to spoil everything, but I will show on screen just how hard we've been working lately. The way that we film it and the way that we've been doing all the sets is completely different to the ways that we've done it before. I know it's kind of like expected for any company to say, oh, this new thing we're doing is going to be bigger and better than before, but this one is legitimately going to be bigger and better than before.
It's taking a lot more work.
Yeah, but good things come from work, right? Also, if you want to keep up to date with all of the Gridlock stuff and you haven't seen an upload from us in 7 months, we're not dead. Please check the website, gridlockstudios.com. We are a website first, and we upload second, so... Now, I'll also say that this is kind of our fault. We haven't really updated the site lately either, but moving forward, my goal is to keep doing the monthly updates like we used to do. So please check Gridlock Studios every month. That's where you're going to find all of the great updates and everything.
And the links to our social media are on the website, should you be enticed.
Speaking of social media, we've definitely promoted this one. If you haven't already, please check out Bookish Boat on Instagram. That is Tucker's official Instagram, and it's posting more than the Gridlock Instagram, frankly. We have both, but Tucker on Instagram is obviously the new thing that we're pushing, and we're really trying to get it to a pretty big following number for his birthday in 2026, and we'd love to see some of you guys follow that page. Would you like to ask the big question?
Here's the question. Will you give us money?
Yeah, essentially. if we make a Czar graphic novel, we do need to know if you would actually purchase the novel. We do just want to know if that's something that actually interests you, because we're going to make the content that you like to see. And if this is something you don't really care about, then, we can pivot. More importantly, if you want to show your support and help us financially with all these new Tucker projects and these new Czar projects, because it's getting to a point where to make these more professional, we have to start spending even more money than we normally do. Would you support us financially if we sold some merch online? As we've mentioned, there's a lot of Tucker the Tugboat merch, but we've been toying with some Czar merch as well. You've seen a few pictures, but we have these 3D prints of Czar and Pam that we would love to sell if anyone is actually interested in purchasing them. Along with that, we're messing with boards lately, little finger boards.
Yeah, we love fingerboards.
Yeah, obviously, skater grunge culture is kind of Gridlock's thing, so I'll just throw up a couple pictures of some decks we've been making recently. These we'd sell cheap, man. I mean, they're just finger decks. Closing thoughts?
Sorry, the lobotomy kicked in again. But we just want to thank you guys for all of your support, despite our lack of presence at all.
Mm-hmm.
It means the world to us, and we wouldn't be making things without you.
Thank you for being, frankly, the best fans and followers we've ever had. We wouldn't trade anything for the world, but we will try and update more, so...
We'll do our best.
Yes, we are only human. Anyway, there's your big 20-minute long update video. This is Admin B.
And Admin J.
And thank you for sticking with Gridlock Studios. We'll catch you next time.